Hello everybody, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Now I'm back. So, getting back to the video, as you take on the light body, or the body of light, most of these organs and glands will no longer be needed in our body. We're not going to use them anymore. They're not going to be needed. And they're going to gradually atrophy and disappear from our body over time. It's not like tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're not going to have a thyroid, or you're not going to have a liver or whatever. But over time, you may not need certain organs in your bodies and certain glands in your body as you take on this light body, because there won't be any need for them. But this is a gradual process, and it's not for sure that this is going to happen. This is what they think is going to happen, or what is talked about what is going to happen, because of the many changes that are currently happening in our body. There's body parts on our body currently that atrophied over the years. For instance, the pink corner of your eye where it's pink, it said that used to be another eyelid that closed to protect your eye, kind of like cats. You know how cats, they have the two eyelids, the inner eyelid that closes and the outer eyelid that closes? We used to have one, and that's why we have the pink in the corner of our eyes. Some people have a dimple by their ear, like a deep, it looks like a hole. That is said to be gills at one time. That's how we were able to breathe. I mean, we have gosh, what is it? There's an organ that we have that we don't even use. It's not the pancreas. Is it the pancreas? I don't think it's the pancreas. We definitely need that. If I can think of it, I'll come back to it. I don't want to put too much into it, but there is certain parts of our own body that we have now that has changed, and there's pieces of our body left behind due to those changes over, evolution, those evolutionary changes. So, that's something that's been going on for thousands of years, and it's just going to keep progressing as we morph into this body of light. So it only makes sense that, certain things like your organs, certain organs and glands wouldn't be needed. As more and more light becomes available, the intensity of electromagnetic energy around you also increases. This means that there will be more rapid neurological activity in the body, resulting in higher intensity impulses firing the central nervous system. This may bring certain symptoms like seeing random flashes of white light, or seeing light in the corner of your eyes. My doctor calls this light that you see optical migraines. But I've been to the doctor. These flashes of light started in 2009 for me. And I thought I was going blind. But I've had all the scans and all the tests that you can get on your eyes. And they don't find nothing wrong with my eyes, other than now I have Graves' disease due to my thyroid, but that's not the reason I'm seeing the flashes of light. Graves' disease is the tissue in my eye is growing, and even though they removed my thyroid, the antibodies are still in my body, I guess. And I was just told that I'm one of the rare people that still has this Graves' disease, even though my thyroid is not in my body, that it's removed. And I'm going to be getting surgery on my left eye in September. I'm getting an orbital decompression done. And I'm a little nervous because I Googled the surgery and I should have never done that. I was actually supposed to get this surgery done on Thursday. And I rescheduled it because I'm scared. But my doctor told me that I cannot reschedule this again. I think this is the third time I rescheduled it, so I actually have to commit to this one. And I'm like shitting bricks because I'm scared. I am so scared. I wish I never ever Googled the surgery. But yeah, my doctor warned me. You know, he says if I want to see it, you can Google it, but I don't think you should. But he should have never told me that I couldn't Google it, because I probably would have never Googled it. But then he gave me the idea, and then it sparked like a curiosity in me, and I just had to see it. And now I can't unsee it because now I've already seen what's going to happen. So, oh God. But yeah, that takes place in September. So send me prayers, you guys. Send me strength so I can get through this. Anyways, as the body takes on this light, and as light becomes more available, the intensity of this electromagnetic energy is going to cause these rapid neurological things to happen, this activity in your whole body. And when that happens, it makes these impulses fire up in your nervous system, and that causes you to see these white flashes. But not only are these white flashes caused from neurological impulses being fired in the central nervous system, they're also light beings, other beings. Sometimes they call them orbs. Sometimes if you're seeing them and it's just a flash in the corner of your eye, or it's and you could tell you could tell the difference. You could tell when these flashes are coming from in your eye, or you're looking at it in front of you, versus flash in your eye versus orb. So if you're experiencing it, orbs move around and you can see them move around. You can catch them on camera. You can see them with your own eyes. The flashes are the tingling of lights around you. Those are other beings or other dimensions. But the flashes that you're going to see from these nerve impulses it's kind of like lightning in your eye. So that's the difference between those two. The nervous system will immediately attempt to dissipate that energy that's being fired into your body by sending it back out of the spinal cord. These impulses will fire along the facilitated pathways into the muscular system. And when it does that, it could cause muscle tightness and soreness. So that's why a lot of you guys are feeling a lot of this muscle tightness and soreness, because that's what's happening. And if they fire into the blood vessels, it could restrict the circulation. When these impulses fire into the skin, you may feel or experience these abnormal thermal sensations, like feeling hot, feeling cold, or feeling these little prickles, this prickling sensation on your skin, or it may cause your skin to feel very itchy. Now, if they fire into the organs and the glands, it's going to inhibit their previously normal functioning. Therefore, you can see why it's so important to support your nervous system as it tries to maintain a state of balance in the physical body. The body's trying to catch up with the increased frequencies of the subtle body. And one way to do this is to interrupt some of these pathways that the high intensity impulses are traveling along. The mutation process is implemented by the central nervous system, initiated within the molecular brain structure. The progressive cycles of change are introduced primarily through the cerebral spinal fluid, and then from there it goes throughout the nervous system. Now, during the mutation process, you will constantly be purging different sequences of proteins. Your dense third-dimensional body is what you're purging. Your body is being rebuilt with differently structured compounds, which you receive through the water, the air, and the food. And all of that water, air, and food is also undergoing electromagnetic reformatting. You know, all these downloads that we're getting from the central sun, not only are we getting them, but so is our water, so is our air, so is the earth, so is our food, okay? So everything's going through this. You're building your crystalline body structure. A lot of you guys may start to notice that your body is glittery. It looks like you have like silver glitter on you. And not everybody has silver. Some people have different colors. Some people have like pinks and blues and greens. White. Mine, I've seen pink on me. I've mostly silver. Mine are mostly silver white looking, but I've seen some pink. I may have seen blue. I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely sure that I see a lot of silver. I see a lot of white light on my skin. So that is a sign that you're building your crystalline body when you're going through all this and you see those sparkles on your skin. If you don't see the sparkles on your skin, don't get all bummed out. It'll happen. The process will happen for you eventually. You're just not there yet, but it's coming. Now, as we go through this cellular transformation, the period of transitioning from the old dying world to this new emerging world, now it's not a new planet. It's not like we're going to leave this earth and go travel off to another earth. It's kind of like a different dimension it's a different dimension. That's exactly what it is. I was going to say something else, but Spirit stopped me and said, it's a different dimension. Just leave it at that. So it's a different dimension. Same world, different dimension. Okay? There will be these times when you feel like out of it, like disjoined, as if your body is out of phase with everything. Like it's phasing. Like you're here, you're not here. And I talk about that phasing feeling in a lot of my videos because I experienced that quite a bit. It's definitely not one of my favorite symptoms. I really don't like that one. In the beginning, I really thought that something was really wrong with me just because of that phasing symptom, that feeling of feeling like you're here, you're not here, like a dreamy, lucid, like weird feeling. Kind of like if you took, for me, when I take Sudafed, which I don't take anymore, it's been years since I've taken it, and I just didn't like the way that it made me feel. It made me feel like I was phasing. And if you are having that experience of phasing, it will increase the feeling, that phasing feeling that you're having. So back in the day when I thought Sudafed is what I needed to help me with my sinuses, and I already had that phasing feeling, the Sudafed just intensified that phasing feeling for me, and I literally felt like I was not inside my body, and I had no control of it, and it was not a cool feeling at all. And all the other symptoms that come along with taking Sudafed, making your heart beat really fast and making you feel like you're going to give yourself a heart attack. So I just stopped taking Sudafed, and I just said, you know what, I need to find another way to make myself feel better. But yeah, that phasing feeling is really just one of these side effects of you feeling like this, that disjoined feeling, like, you're here, you're not here. Now, if you are experiencing that phasing feeling, it may trigger fear. So don't allow fear to consume you. I know this will be a little frustrating for a lot of you within your mental and emotional body. You may feel less functional, which will occur as you release the old ways and before the new ways have been fully formed. And that's just you releasing your third dimensional ways as you raise your vibration. This change over a period of time will cause you to have a tendency to have lower self-esteem and bring on fear and even lower your vibration, because you may enter into a fear state of mind. Now remember, you guys, release all fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Remember that. Fear is an illusion. Drop the fear and embrace what you're feeling, acknowledge what you're feeling, and just kind of remind yourself, this soon shall pass. It will bring up a variety of survival issues. I know it did for me. Some of you may benefit by seeing energy healers or a chiropractor, a massage therapist, to help release some of these energies that are entering your body. These energies are held in the crystalline matrix within the structures and tissues of your body. When body work is done in conjunction with sound therapy, it's going to be very effective for you in releasing a lot of this built up extra energy that's coming into you. Connective tissue work will also be very useful, and so will color therapy, believe it or not. Body work is such a great way to help repattern and open up your nervous system, and it will also break down crystallized energy and reduce symptoms of pain and inflammation. So I have not seen a chiropractor, but I have seen an energy worker, and I've had sound work done on me, and a massage therapist, and sound therapy. I really enjoy sound therapy, and you could do sound therapy at home. The Binaural Beats, just make sure that you wear headphones so you get the benefits of it, and you just find them on YouTube. They're free. There's a lot of them that are free, and you can just scroll through them until you find one that oh my God, what am I trying to say? Find one that resonates with you. Jesus, my brain just went like duh for a second. I couldn't think of the word resonate, but yeah. Find one of the binaural beats that resonate with you, and they are God's honest truth, you guys. They work. When I have a really bad migraine, there is these binaural beats that I have saved in my favorites on my YouTube channel that I listen to with headphones, and it makes the migraine melt away. And when I have a sinus infection, which I haven't had in a really long time, but when I did have it, there's one for sinus infections. And I literally could feel the popping in my face of the releasing of the pressure in my face, and it would go away. It was way better than taking a Sudafed or, going to the hospital and having to get antibiotics. I haven't had to take antibiotics for a very long time. I used to be on prednisone and antibiotics 6 months out of the year, but since I've changed and the way I think, the way I eat, raise my vibration, and do a lot of the things that I talk about, I've not had to take any antibiotics, and it's kind of amazing. And that's why I'm here with talking to you guys, because I'm sharing my truth, and I'm just giving you guys information, and you guys can take it or leave it. It's totally up to you, but I'm only sharing with you what works for me, my truth. And if you want to try it, and if it works for you, that's awesome. And if you want to add on in the comments below what works for you for other people so they can read it, maybe it'll resonate with them, that's awesome. That's why I'm here, and that's why you're here watching the channel. And if you comment down below and you put in your 2 cents, that's amazing. That's what you're meant to do, and that's awesome. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to help each other wake up and grow and glow. Okay, so what else? Cranial Sacral therapy is another therapy that you may want to check out. And I've actually had that done too. My massage therapist did a little bit of that work, and that was pretty amazing. It feels really good, and you will possibly fall asleep because if that's how good it feels so good that you just want to fall asleep. But all of this is done by a capable body worker, and it will be so helpful in integrating the energies in your body. It's definitely something you want to look into if you don't know about this. And as the increased energies are being integrated into your body, some people may benefit from chiropractic adjustments, as there may be periods when you're prone to these distortions, in these distortions will take place in your spine, from the changes taking place in the body. And I think getting body work done is excellent. I would really love to go see a chiropractor. It's just not in my budget right now, and insurance just does not cover it. But I bet you anything in the world right now that if I was to see a chiropractor for what's going on in my lower back, they would probably fix me in a heartbeat. I would really love to go see a chiropractor. I've only heard good things about people that I've known that have gone to see a chiropractor, and they were all jacked up, and then a couple visits, maybe 4, 5, 6 visits, and they're back to normal. They're good. They're like brand new. I used to go with my cousin. She used to go to a chiropractor and get all this spinal work done, and it always scared me when they cracked her neck, and I was just like, I'll never see a chiropractor. I don't ever want anybody to crack my neck. But I think if I did go see one, that's the only thing I would not let them do is crack my neck, just because that could be instant death. That's just my only fear. And if you're a chiropractor and you're listening to this, I am so sorry. It freaks me out to see somebody crack their neck. I know that they're fully trained on what they do, but it still freaks me out. But I would still love to get other parts of my back worked on. And I know the neck is a big part of the whole spine, but yeah, so that's something I'm looking into, and hopefully it's a body worker that I can see before 2020. So that's my goal, is to go see a chiropractor and get some work done, because I've heard nothing but good news about, chiropractors. Also, a good deep tissue massage really works. At least it works for me. Let me tell you guys, when I got that deep oh my god, I can't say this word for some reason. Tissue massage. I think it's because I need water. It hurt so bad while they were doing the work. I was like, ow, ooh, ow, ow, why you gotta be so rough? Ow. That's all I said the whole time while the lady was massaging me. And I thought to myself, why is she so mean and rough? And why is she hurting me? And then she explained to me what she was doing. And I was really tense, and I had a lot of stuff built up in my muscles and joints and tissue. God, it was so long ago. I think she said something about acid, or she was releasing the acid or something like that. And then the next day, after I got that massage, I was so sore. I literally felt like 100 elephants ran over my body. So I was told to take an Epsom salt bath to relax the muscles. And then the next day after that, I felt fine. Actually, I felt great. And parts of my body would pop and crack. And what she did was she released a lot of inflammation in my body, allowing movement, freer movement in my joints and muscles. And it felt excellent, and something that I needed to do. And I went to her frequently until I felt brand new again. Now I'm all jacked up, and I should probably go back. I'm all tense. I need all her roughness to smush out all of the kinks and built up acid and tense crap in my muscles and tissue. You know, and knead out some of that third dimensional dense matter, I guess. Anyways, what else have I done? I already talked about sound therapy, light therapy. I just bought this red infrared light. One of my subscribers mentioned it and said I should try it, so I did. I ended up going on Amazon and I purchased one of those infrared light lamps, and it actually has two benefits that I'm aware of. One is the heat from the lamp really does make the back pain feel a little bit better, but I haven't noticed a significant change. It just makes it feel very nice while it's on there, and I do it for 15 minutes. The other benefit is that I read it has beauty benefits. So then I put it on my face so it can make me beautiful. Just kidding. But I do put it on my face because of the beauty benefits. But honestly, I haven't really noticed any difference in that either. But I've only done it a couple times, only because I don't feel like the red light, the infrared light, is really doing any significant changes. Maybe I just need to do it longer. But as of right now, I've only done it a couple times and I haven't noticed a really big change. Maybe in like a year from now, I'll talk about it again. We'll see where we're at. Then we'll see if it's any good. But I have heard that, you know, other light therapy out there. There's actually a place in a town over from mine that does light therapy using crystals, and I've read a lot of the testimonials from the people that have tried it, and I do want to try it, but it's not always in town. It's in town, I think, twice a year. This person brings their huge machine to this metaphysics shop, and then it's there for, I don't know if it's there for a month or 2 months, and then they leave, and then they come back again. But it's only twice a year, so I definitely want to go check that out, because I read a lot of good stuff about that. But if any of you guys have had any light therapy done, please share your stories and tell me what you've had done and what colors you used and what were the benefits. And if you've used the infrared light treatment, how long have you used it? How long did it take for it to actually do something to help you? I'm really curious. Also, you guys, a lot of people that I know personally, and a lot of people I see on my social media sites, are starting to eat differently. I've noticed a lot of people are shifting away from denser foods like meats and heavy proteins, and they're shifting away from foods that are very heavy and will stay in the body a lot longer and will create more density in the body. I'm one of those people. I did try to do the whole, vegan thing, but I don't know. I need to eat meat. Not all the time, but I definitely, you have to eat intuitively. Okay? Not everybody's meant to be a vegan. Or maybe we're not all meant to be vegans right now. Maybe we will be in the future. But I definitely have changed. I used to always eat like a meat for breakfast, a meat for lunch, a meat for dinner. But it's not like that anymore for me. I eat more vegetables, fruits, beans. And as of lately, as of the last couple, maybe 3-4 weeks, I've been eating less. I don't know if it's just because of the change of the seasons, but I've been eating less, drinking more water. But I definitely have cut way down on the eating no meat. I did try it for a while. It just didn't work out for me. I was doing pescatarian, and then what else? Vegetarian. those didn't really work out. So now I'm a flexitarian. I'm flexible. I'm flexible with what I eat. And I'm careful with what I eat. You know, I really do want to have a healthier body. And I know that eating red meat and pork and just meat in general is just really not healthy for your body, especially red meat, you guys. And I love steak. And that's something that I cut way down on. You know, you should probably only eat red meat once a week, because it does put a lot of acid in your body. And an acidic body is like a sick body. And cancer can grow a lot easier in a body that's acidic than it can in a body that's alkalized. So I've been working on a more alkaline diet and less acidic foods. Now, during cellular transformation, a lot of people will be getting their sustenance from the light or energy vibration, and less from physical sources. I'm not there yet, but listening to other people's channels, there are people out there that are able to fast for 30 days, and I'm not sure how they do it. I don't want to say I can't do it. I just don't want to do it. I know how it feels when I'm already changing in the way I eat now, eating less, and it was definitely a transformation for me. And if you're going to do it, you definitely have to do it in a subtle way. Kind of eliminate one thing at a time. Don't just eliminate everything, or you're just going to fall off the wagon and go back to your old ways. Maybe in time, in the future, I'll be there, but I'm not there yet. But I do have other YouTubers that are out there that are able to, feed off the light or the energy vibration that's around them, and it suits them fine, and they're okay with that. And they're amazing. I don't know how they do it, but they're amazing. Like I mentioned, sometimes I don't eat, and I'm okay with that. I eat less. But for the most part, I'm not guided to sustain my body this way. We are all different, so listen to your body, you guys, because this light pervades the universe and also affects changes in, body cells during transformation. So just listen to your body, eat intuitively. You can even ask your body, what do you want? What do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? And it'll tell you. If you're in tune with your body, it'll tell you. It'll tell you if it wants water. And a lot of times when you're craving things, like if you're craving junk food, or if you're craving food in general, it's probably because you're dehydrated and your body needs water. So the best thing to drink is water with lime to get this can result in changes in eating habits and changes in your appetite. When your body is going through this cellular transformation, this can result in changes in your eating habits and changes in your appetite. So there'll be times when you want to eat more, there'll be times when you want to eat less. It just depends on how much light is coming in. There can also be a completely new arrangement of your intake of nourishment. So just listen to your body. Bottom line is listen to your body. For me, I can't eat heavy foods or greasy foods because I have a very hard time digesting it. My it doesn't function very well with heavy foods in it. And then I don't vibrate high, when I have heavy foods or greasy foods in my body. So I like to eat lighter foods because I'm vibrating higher. And if I'm vibrating higher and I eat heavy foods, it's going to bring my vibration down. And then it just makes me feel really crappy, honestly. It's crappy. And I have a really hard time digesting it. If I eat something that I know that I shouldn't have, it'll sit in my stomach and it'll sit there until the next day, and I'll regret it all night long. All you'll hear me say is, oh my God, I should have never ate that. I should have never ate that. I knew better, So I like not to have those regrets. So I just kind of stay away from foods that I know are going to make me regret it later. you will probably start to notice physical changes in your body that ultimately will lead to physical healing. Eat as many raw and pure, unprocessed, and uncooked foods as much as possible, as much as you can. This means start to eat mostly fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, which result in a basic detoxification diet. And you'll feel this detoxification happen after about day 3 if you start to increase, raw vegetables and raw fruits and eliminate some meats. Because that's what I did to do a detox. I eliminated meat and I would eat vegetables, fruit, and beans. And day 3, I felt like the detox symptoms. Day 4 was hard. Day 5 was getting better. By day 7, I was good. And then day 8, going into the second week, I felt amazing. When I did the no meat thing, it was a little hard. The first week was okay, but the second week with no meat at all was a little hard, because when people ate things that smelled really good, like steak, and I was like, I want that steak, or I want that pizza. It was a little difficult. The temptation was difficult. But when I got myself through it, it wasn't so bad. But I think it was, I was like 3 months without eating any meat. It could have been 4. I know it was a long time. And I ended up eating some steak, a piece of steak. I was so sick, you guys. It was like worse than detox symptoms from starting, eating cleaner. It was worse than that. And I thought to myself, oh my God, why did I do that? That was bad. And, it was horrible. But you know what? I went to the doctors and my ferritin was very low. It was at the time, I think it was a 10. And it should be above 10. Actually, it should be like in the 30s or something like that. And it's because they said I took meat out of my diet. I don't really necessarily agree with them, because you can put nutrients in your body without eating meat. So I thought, I don't know why the doctor was talking to me about this, because they don't even study nutrition when they become a doctor. So I really didn't agree with him on that. But I did start to eat meat again, but I only started eating it like for dinner. And that's where I really cut back a lot at that time. And that was actually last year, I think. Maybe that was 2017. It was either 17 or 18. I don't remember now. So again, I can't stress this enough, you guys. You must listen to your own body. Don't let somebody else tell you that you have to stop everything that you're eating. You must listen to your body and eat what's right for you. Okay? Your body's needs will probably change rapidly during these times and sporadically. So just eat intuitively and listen to your own body. I mean, I'm just sharing with you my experience. You can try it, or you can just ask your own body and listen to your own body and eat what your body's telling you to eat. And that's what I suggest that you do. You may have weird cravings for certain foods that you don't normally eat, as these changes occur. You may have a huge appetite one day and then hardly be hungry the next day. You may experience intense cravings for certain foods, some of which you may not normally eat. What's more important is to stay in touch moment to moment with your body as it guides you to the foods and support that it needs. All you have to do is listen to your body. That's why I keep repeating myself, because in this metaphysical world, in this community, this spiritual community, food has become a huge topic. And what people will tell you that if you drink alcohol or coffee or you eat meat, then you're not a spiritual person. That's all bullshit. Don't let other people tell you stuff like that. Just eat intuitively. Listen to your body. And, you don't even have to talk about it with other people. You can keep it to yourself. Just listen to your body. That's it. Bottom line. Listen to your body. Just because you eat meat, drink coffee, and I don't know, drink alcohol. I don't know if I said that. Doesn't mean that you cannot be in this spiritual community because you're a fake or you're a phony. That's all horseshit. So just don't listen to those people. Now, in addition, you may occasionally experience disruptions to the digestive system, resulting in stomach aches, gas, bloating, partly due to the increased intensity of energy in the third chakra, also known as your solar plexus chakra. The fifth chakra, the throat chakra, is also a very powerful energy center as well. And its physical counterpart, the thyroid gland, it's particularly vulnerable to changes in the electromagnetic energy. This gland regulates the metabolic process of the whole body, and in many cases is trying its hardest to keep up with the increasing vibratory rates. Now, my body runs a little bit differently, kind of, sort of, because I don't have a thyroid anymore. I have to take synthetic drugs to regulate my body, but I do have those two, I forgot what they're called, butterfly glands on the side. I didn't get those removed, but they did take out the thyroid. So, and as for the, I wanted to go back, as for the stomach aches, gas, and bloating, that will happen if you're not eating right, but that will also happen if you are eating right, because when you, at the beginning of detoxing from eating crappy food and introducing healthier foods to your diet, it will cause you to have some stomach aches in the very beginning. It will cause gas and it will cause bloating, just because of your body is trying to adjust, the new foods that you're introducing to your body. Your body's like, what the fuck are you doing to me? I'm used to Doritos and cupcakes and steak and French fries and ice cream. And all of a sudden you're giving it like broccoli and lentils and salad, more green stuff, spinach, kale, strawberries. Your body's like confused and shocked. But once it starts to acclimate, all that'll go away, and actually you'll have a flatter tummy and less bloating, less gas, and probably no stomach aches at all. But stomach ache, gas, and bloating is also due to an increase of energy in that area as well. So, I guess you just got to go with the flow, because a lot of these symptoms happen for, changes, when changes are happening with your body, and also when energy waves are coming in and light waves are coming in and stuff like that. Now, some of the transmutative symptoms that commonly result in this is unexplained weight gain or weight loss. Some people may feel sluggish. This may alter your sleep patterns. And again, this may be the reason why you're feeling more tired and very fatigued than usual for no apparent reason, because of the energy coming in or because of the poor diet. More fruits and vegetables will be extremely important to you guys for your diets. You will find that many fatty foods will no longer work in your bodies during these changes of cellular transformation. Many people have been eating meat, which will still be, of some importance to some people. And I am one of those people. However, many people will start to let go of these denser foods during cellular transformation. When these waves come in for me, I don't eat a lot at all. And I don't eat meat at all. It's just because I don't want it. I don't crave it. I don't want it. And so, therefore, I don't eat it. What else don't I eat? I used to eat a lot of oatmeal. I don't eat that anymore either. Some people will start to shift away from heavier grains because they may feel too dense for their body as the inner body changes are starting to occur. And again, like I said, I used to eat a lot of oatmeal, but I can't eat it because I can't digest it. It's just, I don't know, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. It just sits in my stomach like a rock. So I don't eat it anymore. Now, there are some very good nutritional substances that are from nature that create a balance in the amino acid track for your body. For instance, the spirulina is one of them. But honestly, guys, I don't like it. It just tastes like the earth. It's probably supposed to. I mean, it is. It is spirulina. It is green. It is of the earth. But I don't enjoy it. I had it once, and this is a food that I need to warm up to, and I don't like it. So I don't eat it. I eat other greens instead. I just don't like that one. But just because I don't like it and I don't eat it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try it. You should at least give it a try and see how you like it and how it works out for you guys. Now, spirulina is a food that is termed cell foods. Now, there's a lot of cell foods out there in the market, or there are a lot of foods out there in the market that are termed cell foods. These are foods with a higher degree of life force, and they're very good on an overall general level, and they're really good for your body. And I recommend trying some of them, or what you can get your hands on. I like more of the berry cell foods. I don't really like the greens. Just I can't enjoy my smoothie, and it really makes me feel nauseous. Like I don't like it at all. I really don't. Maybe I need to try mixing it with something else to cut that earthy grass tasting flavor out of it so I can actually consume it and get the benefits from it. But I haven't found a way to get that earthy taste out. Ugh, that's just gross. It really was. Now, after you cleanse your body, you'll begin to strengthen and heal any of the body parts that were weak or tired. During cellular transformation, the body may require certain nutrients that it didn't need before. Certain nutrients like fats or proteins or carbs. I know a lot of people are like, oh, carbs are bad, and they're on this keto diet. I mean, that's horrible. You need some form of carb in your body. At least some of us need some form of carb in our body so we can function. You can't just eliminate all carbs. I think that's crazy. But there's people out there that are doing it and it's working for them. So that's, again, our bodies are totally different. You have to eat for your body or what your body tells you to do. But there's going to be times when your body is going to need these certain foods that it may not have needed before, like carbs, like proteins, vitamins, minerals, and even hormones. One day you may need to eat carbs in one form or another, and on another day you may need to take another kind of food supplement. When your body has, for instance, balanced itself out with one type of food, then move your focus to another to create another overall balance, okay? I encourage each person to come into a greater connectiveness and awareness of their own individual body by learning to ask the body and to learn to listen to the body wisdom. This is something that I'm working on, and It's not an easy process, and it's something that takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of, because there's a lot of temptation out there, especially if you're somebody that loves pizza. Just saying. But it takes a lot of work, you guys. You should ask your body directly. What do I need to operate at a high level of balance? It's that simple. For instance, I've been eating a lot of asparagus, watermelon. I've been craving watermelon and limes and beets. This is what my body craves at the moment. It's not what I eat all the time. It's just what my body's craving. So there's certain things in asparagus, in the watermelon, in the limes, in the beets that my body needs. There's nutrients that my body needs. Sorry, my phone rang. Man, this video is very long, this audio. I thought that it was only going to be like an hour, and I think I'm on 2 hours. I don't even know if this is all going to upload. I hope it does, because I'm having technical issues with all of my devices. My laptop suddenly doesn't work unless it's plugged in all the time. It loses its charge. And now it keeps glitching and going on and off when it wants to. My phone, it keeps freezing up before I dropped it in my cup of coffee. Now that I dropped it in my cup of coffee, the front camera on the phone doesn't work. My tablet died. It's just like, all my devices are dying. I'm going to have to buy something new. And my husband's already like, every time you get a new device, it only lasts you a couple months to a year. You break all your devices, blah, 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 blah. I have to hear it all the time. It's true. I can never keep a device for longer than 6 months. They always break on me. Anyways, getting back to the video. Eating. I know I've been talking a lot about the eating part. I always talk about hydration in most of my videos. And the quantity of water that you drink will always be extremely, extremely, extremely important to you during this transformation process. The water we drink allows the electrum to flow through your body, which is light lowered to a density as it enters the body mass. The more water you drink, the easier it is for the light energy, the prana, to enter your body and to move through the physical body, rejuvenating all the organs of the body. It's important that during cellular transformation that you drink plenty of water, at least a gallon a day, but not all at one time, throughout the day. The additional water allows the light to move through the body faster. Light is an electrical force in our density, and the additional water assists the movement of the light. From your perspective, you cleanse your body with additional fluids. The additional water permits the light or the prana to move through your body, and as the prana brings new life into and through the body, in order for the mutation process or the transformation process to be as comfortable as possible, you will need to keep your intake of water up. So if you're experiencing a lot of symptoms, drink more water. It will lessen your symptoms. If you do not, your body will attempt to retain fluid in order to ensure that the element flow within your system is maintained. And it's going to cause you to have a lot more aches and pains and imbalances in your body.